Hey y'all, it's me, Miss B, and today we're talking about factoring trinomials and binomials of quadratic expressions. So I'm actually going to skip through these warm-up questions. If you need warm-up, you can go back through the other notes or ask about the homework questions. Just to remind you that we are always finding two numbers, I'm just going to leave them blank, that add to be our middle number, but multiply, should be multiplication for every single one of these. I forgot to change it. But they should multiply to be A times C. Let's jump into our first example. So I have 2x squared plus 3x minus 9. So they need to add to be 3. And they need to multiply 2 times negative 9 is equal to negative 18. So that is what they need to multiply to be. Let's think of some factors of negative 18. So I've got 1 and 18, 2 and 9. That equal 3? Nope. 3 and 6. Can I make that equal 3? I sure can. So what combination would give me a positive 3 but a negative 18? So 6 needs to be positive, 3 needs to be negative to give me a positive 3, and that does in fact give me a negative 18. Now, do not do this. X plus 6, x minus 3, and call it a day. That's wrong. Bad. We have to do this thing called split the middle. Okay, so this is what split the middle is going to look like. I'm out of room a little bit. I am going to take this middle term and split it into these two. So I'm going to have 2x squared plus 6x minus 3x minus 9. Okay, minus 9. So though this and this are equal because 6x minus 3x gives me 3x. Okay, so we just basically made our problem longer. I'm going to take the GCF of this and the GCF of this. So I need to find the biggest number that divides 2x squared and 6x. 2 is the biggest number that divides 6 and x is the biggest number that divides x squared and x. 2x squared divided by 2x, I'm left with an x, and 6x divided by 2x is 3. Between negative 3x and negative 9, my biggest number is negative 3. When I divide by negative 3, I get x plus 3. Now, if I don't get these two things to match, I've done something wrong. But because they do match, I'm going to write my final answer as x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. And that right there is my final factored answer. You know what? Let me highlight that. All right, let's do another one. So I need two numbers that add to be 19, but two numbers that multiply to be 60. So let's start thinking. 5 and 12. That's going to be 17 or something. We can do 6 and 10. We can do 8 and can we do 8? 8 divided by 60 would give us, nope, can't do 8. We can do, I'm drawing a blank, 2 and 30. That's not going to work. Do 3 and 20. That's maybe closer. We can do 4 and 15. Finally, we've hit the jackpot. You may have thought of it faster than I did. So 4 and 15 are two numbers. Because I have a coefficient out front of 5, I have to split the middle. So I have 5x squared plus 4x plus 15x plus 12. I'm going to factor each of these separately. So from 5x squared and 4x, 5 and 4 have nothing in common, but we do have an x in common. So we're left with 5x plus 4. Between 15x and 12, 3 is all I have in common, so we're left with 5x plus 4. These two things, oopsie daisies, these two things match, so we know we did something right. So we have 5x plus 4 times x plus 3. And that right there is our final factored answer. I keep doing that. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this, but we split the middle. When a is greater than 1. Let's do another. I'm going to save this one for you guys, and I'm going to do this one over here. All right, this one here, I've got negatives. I don't like negatives. So I'm going to factor out a negative. So I have negative 6x squared plus 25x plus 25. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to leave out my negative. I should remember when I factor in the end, I need that negative back. So I need two numbers that add to be 25, but two numbers that multiply to be 150. All right, so two numbers that multiply to be 150. Two easy ones are 15 and 10. And that does end up giving us 25, because 15 plus 10 is 25, and 15 times 10 gives us the 150. So then we're going to split the middle. So I have 6x squared plus 15x plus 10x plus 25. Need to GCF both of these. So I'm going to factor out from these the GCF. Think for a second. What's the GCF? 3x is the GCF. And what are we left with? 2x plus 5. Next up, GCF of 10x and 25. What is it? It's 5. And we're left with x plus 5. So then we write our final answer as 2x plus 5, because we have those in common, times 3x plus 5. However, remember that we needed that negative out front. So I'm going to go ahead and put our answer in here. So we've got negative 2x plus 5, 3x plus 5. Only one of them needs the negative. So that right there is our final answer.